This video is geared towards administrators, demonstrating how to enable SSO and configure mapping for role-based user access to Device Tracker. SSO is an optional feature that authenticates users based on their corporate login credentials through the Device Tracker web portal and its mobile app. Device Tracker currently supports OAuth 2.0 protocol with authorization grant type as authorization code, and the client authentication method supported is either none or mutual TLS client certificate. SSO role mapping is an optional feature that facilitates user access to Device Tracker based on roles defined in your SSO identity provider. There are three types of Device Tracker user roles: admin, manager, and associate. When an admin or manager logs into Device Tracker with their SSO credentials, they are granted access to the respective Device Tracker dashboards on the mobile app and web portal. For managers, they can view data specific to their site. For admins, they can view data across all sites in an organization. When getting started with Device Tracker, as part of the onboarding process, the Device Tracker web portal link and first-time login credentials are supplied. Log into the web portal with these login credentials provided. If the client authentication method supported by your SSO is TLS, administrators need to follow the steps documented to generate and deploy the certificate. After generating and deploying the certificate, proceed to the procedure to integrate SSO. If the client authentication method supported by your SSO is none, the administrator skips the certificate generation and deployment section and proceeds straight to this procedure to integrate SSO. To integrate SSO, log into the web portal as an admin. Go to Settings from the left menu and select SSO. Toggle to enable SSO. Specify the SSO parameters, including the authorization grant type, client authentication method, authorization scope, and the endpoint URLs. In the Map SSO Provided Responses section, for the user ID parameter, specify the user ID or username parameter that is configured in SSO and return from the SSO response upon authenticating the user. To have Device Tracker automatically map the admin and manager user roles based on roles defined by your SSO, enable Use SSO Defined Roles. If this option is disabled, the admin and manager users must be defined in the Manage Users section. In this case, Manage Users is grayed out since the SSO Define Role option is enabled. Since users are retrieved and managed from SSO, there's no need to manage users in Device Tracker because it relies on SSO with this option. This is the reason why Zebra recommends to enable this option, which maps the user roles based on how they are defined by your SSO. It leverages the roles that exist through your SSO and avoids the need to manage users through Device Tracker. For site parameter or site location, enter the SSO parameter that determines the location or site of the user. For admin role parameter, enter the parameter that identifies whether the user is an admin or is granted admin access as defined in your SSO. Then enter the admin role names into the admin roles field. After typing in the name, press enter. Similarly, perform the same with the manager role parameter and the manager roles field. Note that all parameters and roles must match with how it is defined in SSO. Any user that is not defined as an admin or manager defaults to the associate role. Lastly, register the web portal, Device Tracker mobile client, and Enterprise Login Screen mobile client to access SSO to authenticate users. Enter the client ID for each. The redirect URIs are pre-populated. When all the information is entered, click Validate. Make sure pop-up windows are not blocked in the browser. During the validation process, a status window appears, followed by a login prompt. It is important to enter your login credentials to complete the validation process. When validation is successful, a confirmation prompt appears asking if you would like to activate SSO. Click Yes. A message appears indicating that SSO is activated successfully. When you log out of the web portal, you are prompted to log in with your SSO credentials. Enter your SSO login credentials and click Sign In. Now subsequent attempts to log into the web portal or into Device Tracker will prompt you to enter your SSO credentials.